Welcome everyone back to After Curfew Interviews with Kyle. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world, and I hope that God's treating you right today. Now, today I have a very special guest with me, my guest and friend Hyp3r7. He's a Twitch streamer, so Hyper, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Hyper. I stream on Twitch. I do a lot of Minecraft content for the most part, but it's kind of dependent on the day, I guess. I really enjoy, and one thing I've been meaning to get into is like music. I really enjoy music, and one thing I plan on hopefully bringing to my channel. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's great, man. So I'm very interested in music. I'll ask a couple questions about that in a second. But before we get started with the interview, I'd like to go through a quote first, get your opinion on it. Get to know you a little better.
All right.
Now, the quote I have reads, "Life isn't meant to be easy. It's meant to be lived. Sometimes happy, other times rough. But every up and down you learn lessons that make you strong." I guess what is your outtake on it?
Yeah, that definitely is a good summary of like how life is. Like no matter what, like you're gonna face the ups and downs, but
Right.
you get through them, and you just gotta focus on the good things in life and push forward, and that'll lead you to the happiness. Hopefully,
Right.
at
And I
least.
totally agree. Couldn't have said it better. You know, you go through the ups and downs, but you come out stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the outtake. That was very interesting. Now, get into the actual interview part of it. First question I have. You mentioned music a second ago, and a bunch of light bulbs clicked because I've interviewed many musicians and stuff like that. So you want to do music, right? So obviously you must have done your research and you know how difficult it could be to create music. Are there any doubts you may have about I'm not questioning your capability, but more so, are there any doubts of like the producing process and all that? Do you have that all figured out, or are you still in the beginning phase of it?
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of like doubts and stuff. So I've been thinking about it for quite a while. Like just the idea of like the thing I've been interested in, obviously, like songwriting and that type of stuff. Like I've seen a lot of like YouTubers and streamers and stuff recently coming out with their own songs, and I always thought that was really cool. But the more I've like tried to get into it, I've like realized that it is a lot of work, and I haven't really done a whole lot yet, but I really
Right.
like want to get into that.
So I guess a follow-up question is, obviously you're still starting out, right? You're kind of just starting out, and it's okay sometimes. We all start somewhere, right? I guess you could say where exactly do you where exactly do you think you will be uploading your music? Because will you be uploading it to your main YouTube channel? Will there be a separate YouTube channel like Dream has Dream Music, or just Spotify? Or have you still not figured
Um,
that one out yet?
I have thought about that. I'd probably end up just doing it on my main YouTube channel, but
I see.
I have considered the idea of the second one, but I'm not really sure.
Right, interesting. Okay. Well, moving into current content, right? So we all know you're a Twitch streamer, right? You have a YouTube, mainly Minecraft. Are there any thoughts of I guess, moving into different games or changing it up? I mean, obviously you said you do a couple different games sometimes, but predominantly Minecraft. Is there ever going to be a day where you say, you know what, I'm gonna start predominantly doing a different game?
I don't think so. I've always enjoyed playing Minecraft. It's, for me, like just a really versatile game. You can do a lot of stuff with it. And it's not necessarily about the actual game itself, it's more about like what you can do with it. And for me,
I see.
like the games that I play, it's really the people I play it with that make the game for me. Like I can play just about any game, and as long as I'm playing with people that are fun to play with, or like for streaming, for example, if I'm playing like a single player game and I get to talk to people and just have fun, that is more than enough for me.
I see. So you value the experience over the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Right. I see. Yeah, and that makes sense. You know, it's all about the people you hang out with and who you're playing with, right? That's what makes it enjoyable. I totally agree. Now,
Yeah.
are there any thoughts of ever doing like different types of media? Like I know you do the main two, Twitch and YouTube, but there's, as you may know, there's thousands of other social media platforms. Are there any thoughts of branching out to those, or possibly trying your luck on any other platforms?
Well, the main ones I can think of other than Twitch and YouTube are like, well, to be honest, I can't really think of very many, but TikTok is like the main one that comes to my head, and
Right.
I've considered it because it is kind of like just a really condensed form of YouTube, I guess. But
Yeah.
I've always kind of just avoided it because of the more or less the audience that it brings in. But I have considered other social medias, but I haven't done anything yet.
Okay, so you're yet to make like a TikTok or anything like that?
Yeah, nah, not yet.
Okay. Yeah. It's good. Keep master one thing first before you move on to the other. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have a question. So I normally ask this at the end, but then the previous one that I recorded earlier, I asked it at the beginning. So now I'm asking it right around the middle. So I'm just trying to change it up a little. But my question is, it's kind of become a running theme in the podcast. I mean, not in our podcast, our interviews. What are your views on, I guess, mental health as a whole and how it's been affected during quarantine, COVID, all that? Or if you have any personal experience with it.
I haven't really had any personal experience, I guess, or at least like for me, like myself personally, I haven't really had anything, but I have like, because I'm in high school and I,
Right.
like a lot of my friends they've had their struggles with it, and I've definitely seen like a lot more compared to like years before the pandemic and everything. And
Right. So you're saying during quarantine it has only amplified certain aspects of mental health.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, and I agree. Quarantine's tough, you know. Being isolated, it's hard. So hard for everyone.
yeah.
Okay. Now my next question I have for you, and this one I guess you could say, this one is kind of like the mental health one, just trying to give your fans kind of insight on your personal life, you know, let them get to know you a little better. What would you say are your favorite hobbies when you're not recording and not doing school or not playing video games, just outside of video games, school, streaming, all that?
One thing I do, well, to go back to the music, I I'm in band at my high school as well, and so that's kind of where it all stems from. Is I around music a lot. I play trumpet, and that's probably one of my biggest hobbies. Uh, Another one is probably like I really enjoy the outdoors and like hiking, riding my bike and trails and stuff. So those are two of the biggest things that I really enjoy.
So you're like a outdoors person and then musician at heart.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, that's great. Still sticking with the personal thing. What would you say is your biggest inspiration outside of content? So personal.
That's a hard one to answer. I can't really name like a specific person or thing that has inspired me. It's kind of like just everyone around me, I guess. Like all my friends and adults in my life and peers in my life that have kind of influenced and affected like how I think and what I do, I guess. That's my biggest inspiration and influence. Yeah, I can't really think of a specific person that's like the biggest. Kind of just everyone. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I guess, yeah. One more question that I have. Well, I have a couple more, but another question that I have, and this is still personal questions because it's good to let your fans have a little insight. But
Yeah.
outside of content, you've already talked about what you like to do in your free time, right? We've already established that you're an outdoors person. Is there ever when all this COVID is done, and I feel like the YouTube will begin to get filled with more of the content it was used to, like vlogs and stuff like that, IRL content. Will you ever create IRL content? By any chance? Once COVID's over?
That's always been a thing that I've kind of wanted to do. Like I see a lot of different channels on YouTube that do the IRL style content that I've always kind of been like I've enjoyed watching. And sorry about that. But yeah, I would love to. I do plan on doing that. The only thing is, it's like I haven't done like a face reveal or anything like that, so it would have to be
okay.
kind of.
So it would be after your face reveal and stuff like that.
That or finding a workaround, either not showing my face and still doing it or something like that is kind of what I've planned on. But I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, whatever you do, just know the podcast got your back in it, and yeah. Anyways, I think I have two more questions. So, we're gonna go all the way back to music. So, your music stuff. Now, you said that you're still starting it out, but if you were to choose between music, streaming, and YouTube videos, which one would you choose? So you can only do one for the rest of your life.
That's difficult. I would probably say streaming, just because that's what I've done the most of, and it's just something that I've always found really enjoyable. As much as I would love to do all three or all of them, I probably would stick with streaming.
I see. Yeah, do what you feel most comfortable with. Yeah, I totally agree. Now, another question I have, and this is the last one. What advice would you have for someone who's just starting out streaming and wants to do streaming full time, but doesn't really know where to start?
I would probably say one of the biggest things that I've learned, I guess, is, I don't know, there's a lot of things, I guess, that go into it, but one thing that I've kind of felt is a big factor in kind of growing as a content creator is consistency, because it's just like one thing that I'm trying to think the best way to say it. Like for me, it's been like kind of what helped me get off the ground. Like once I was able to stream on certain days at certain times and always do it at those certain times, people would come back. And I've always felt that that is kind of just a pretty big thing to kind of get started.
I see. Yeah, and I agree. Just, consistency is key, because without consistency, then the algorithms don't like you.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think that's all I had planned for today. That's all the questions. Great interview, man.
All right. Well, yeah, thank
you so much for taking the time out of your day to come on.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Well, everyone, thank you guys for listening through the end of the video. And if you did enjoy, please like and subscribe, and make sure you go into the description and follow Hyp3r on all of his social media platforms. You got anything else to say to the audience?
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Well, you heard him. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye.